Yeah, hi there. These comments, I'm going to use your initials, SA. I just read your essay that you completed online over at my online TOEFL course, so the qualities of a good roommate. So in the beginning in your thesis, you said what makes a person a good roommate is if she or he a responsible and respectable person, right? So you have two key points. Now my suggestion would be try to focus maybe on 3 key ideas, not just 2. That way you get closer to the 350 word limit. So that would be my recommendation there. Now you also talked a little bit in the beginning, so you may want to know a little bit about his or her history, financial ability, and religion. But you didn't really discuss those ideas, so it was a little bit confusing. You had those 3 specific points, then you added to that, and then you said responsible and respectable, but those were the only 2 key points that you mentioned in those body paragraphs, so you can probably create a little bit more specific thesis. Maybe you might say, you know, respectable, responsible, and financially independent or something. So I think also when I'm looking at your essay, you also have some what's called word choice issues. So let me show you what I'm talking about. It says in your thesis you have if he or she, you forgot to put the word, if he or she is a responsible and respectable person. So you want to make sure that your subjects and your verbs, you have verbs in those dependent clauses. Now another thing, I'm going to go over each paragraph and just point out a couple of things. I would say when you get to the second paragraph, you say roommates should respect the lifestyle, I would say, of another person or of other people, if you want to use it in that sense. So that's maybe a word choice area that you can work on a little bit. So the next paragraph you have, and I would also consider, you're using a lot of the word you, but if you look at the question, I would focus more on I. Another important quality I should consider is that the roommate is responsible. So focus more on the first person singular, the I point of view, not the you point of view, because you're not directly talking to your audience. So I think you have to be careful on that as well. Now, something else you have to be careful about, you say, well, everyone has problems from time to time finding a good roommate. You put a comma after time to time, I wouldn't do that. I would just say, well, everyone has problems from time to time. Actually, the comma is good there. You might say, finding a good roommate is difficult, or is time-consuming or something, so you're missing the main verb in the main part of that sentence, so that's another thing that you can look at. Now, I think based on your organization, based on your development, based on your word choice and your grammar, I'm looking at the rubrics right now. I'm going to put you at, I think you have a pretty good sense of organizing, but you can improve. I'm going to put you at 3.0 out of 5, or 20 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. Now you can also go into the syllabus and you can see if this had been the midterm exam, you can see what grade you would have gotten on this particular practice test. All right, anyway, thank you.